Welcome to Wednesday of your perimeter and area math buffet. The first thing you need to do is double check that you have skip counted by twos for your first 10 multiples here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. You're going to use these multiples to help you multiply down below. Now you need to get a different color pencil to check your work. So we have 600 minus 234, 366, 1,438 times 2, 2,876. If those are both correct, you may move on to the main menu. Okay, so for 600 minus 234, notice that we have two zeros. So I absolutely have more on the floor, so I've got to go next door. This first zero is going to become a 10. We've got to go all the way to the 6, make it a 5. This one becomes a 10, but it immediately becomes a 9 because I have to give my next door neighbor 10 of those. Okay? Now I'm ready to subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. 5 minus 2 is 3 for 366. Multiplication. I have 8 times 2. 16. If I look up here, 8 times 2, 16. So I have my 6. I carry my 1. 3 times 2. 6 plus 1 more is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. And then 2 times 1 is 2. 2,876. Okay? Moving on to the main course. Our main course today, we have a challenge activity. We need to find the length of the missing side using the formulas that we've been using all week. Okay? So we have perimeter of 20. So I know that that is the distance around this entire shape. Okay? I know that one side is 8. This is a rectangle, so I know these two sides are going to be equivalent because they're parallel. So then I also know this side is going to be 8. I don't know about these two sides because I don't have any dimension. So the first thing I need to do is add up those two sides. So 8 plus 8 is 16. I'm going to take 20, which is my total, minus 16. So I know that 20 minus 16 is 4. And then I have two sides left. Well, these two sides are also equivalent to one another. So I need to divide this 4 in half. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So each one of these sides is going to be 2. So in this case, L is going to be equal to 2. Okay? For my next one, perimeter of 12, again, I have a rectangle. So I know these two sides are equal, and I know that these two sides are equal. And I am trying to find L. Okay? So I can fill in this 2. So I know that I have 2 plus 2 plus L equals 12. Okay? So I can take the 2 plus 2, which I figured out is 4, and I'm going to do 12 minus 4 equals L plus L. So 12 minus 4 is 8. And I know that that's going to be L plus L. So I need to divide 8 into half. Half of 8, or 8 divided by 2, is 4. So I know that 4 plus 4 equals 8. So I know that L is going to be 4. Okay? Take a second and see if you can figure out this one. We know that our perimeter is 20. And we are trying to figure out the dimension or the length of this side. So you should have written out your formula. These two sides are equivalent, and these two sides are equivalent. So I would have 3 plus 3 plus question mark plus question mark, because I don't know that side, equals a total of 20. Okay? So I know that 3 plus 3 is 6, plus question mark equals 20. Using algebra, so I'm trying to get those question marks on one side by themselves. So if I do 20 minus 6, 20 minus 6 is 14. And I'm going to divide that 14 into half because I need question mark plus question mark equals 14. And I know that they are the same length. So in this case, question mark is going to equal 7. So each one of these sides would be equal to 7. I can check my work by going back and adding these up. So I have 7 plus 3 plus 3. So I have 14 plus 6 equals 20. Okay? Area is going to be a little bit different. Find the missing side length when the area is 24. So that means that for area equals length times width, I know my area is 24. Okay? I know that my length is 6 and I don't know my width. Okay? So I am trying to find W. So I'm going to take 24 divided by 6. Knowing my multiplication facts, I know that 24 divided by 6 is 4. So this missing side is 4. Okay? Once you have that completed, you're going to move on to the dessert, which is the game that has been assigned on Google Classroom.